Chad, what's going on, guys? Welcome back for New York session. Jeff, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing great, man. Feeling great. CPI blessed us, you say.
Hey, here we go. Yeah, guys, I hope you guys were safe in the CPI. I hope you guys didn't blow any accounts there. Definitely been a good one. Keep in mind, guys, we just wanted to give us a little rundown. How is the sound going? How's everything sounding over there? We are just checking a few more things, so everything looks good on my side, but obviously, guys, just let us know what you're hearing there. There is an echo. Where's the echo coming from?
I just saw that now.
Yeah, we just trying to sort the little echo here quickly, guys.
What's happening?
There's a bit of an echo. Your mic keys, unless you have two mics open. Hold on.
What's wrong with my webcam?
Just let us know if that works quickly, guys. Still the echo. Yeah. Nah, I checked it already. Everything is soundboard. What? Yeah, everything that's closed should be closed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why Dave, 100% keys. You have a double on your mic echo. 1, 2 keys. Keep checking. Yeah, we trying to sort it out, guys.
Chad, we're gonna sort it out now. I just want to see. Chad, we're gonna sort it out now. And it sounds fine through your headset. Chad, is there still echo? Just let me know there shouldn't be. Echo. Just let me know there shouldn't be. Chris. Chad, is there still echo? Let me know. Chad, is there still echo? Let me know. Yes, it has an echo. Very weird. Weird that there's an echo.
They say it's gone now. Yeah, no echo.
Y'all just let us know there, guys. Is there echo? How's that sounding?
Is that Peter?
Yeah, just let us know there quickly. Perfect. Perfect. Fine. Okay, there you are. Sounds good.
Okay, before we get started, Sohail, Jeff, the fade is in. Why the cap? Because Vault Markets is sponsoring this stream, so I have to represent Vault. And if you don't have an account with Vault, please open an account with Vault and trade with a reliable broker. All good gigs, take off.
Yeah, Jean, I don't know what's going on your side, bro. Everyone else is saying good now, and yet you still saying echoing. So I'm not sure what's happening on your side of things, bro. But we are going to be getting started here now. Okay, so let's just jump right into this, guys. Let's just change over here quickly to New York sesh. There we go. So DXY, everyone wants to know what happened with CPI. Okay, so CPI, guys, came out stronger. So if we just quickly go over here, we'll pull those numbers for you guys. Obviously coming out in favor. So this was just a very, very inverse thing. Obviously we saw here, we basically were wanting these numbers to be, if they came out higher, it was dollar strength, and unemployment claims to come out lower. If you wanted the gold buys, you were going to be looking for this to be coming out higher, and those to be coming out lower. So we just got it completely in favor of the dollar. So again, doesn't know if it's going to be completely long lived, but for the day I do think dollar is in power now for the rest of the session moving forward. We've had dollar weight completely break away and have this massive runaway now, as you can see. So that's what we're going to be paying attention to. The big thing for me was we wanted to see if dollar was going to be able to break. There's a little bit of a range we've been in lately, so we just wanted to see if we could have got out of that range and we did get that. We actually had a bit of a breakaway, but now hitting that R1, trading back in, or the R2. So we'll see if we hold the R1 maybe as support and they continue that bullish momentum. Going over to gold, that's the thing for me with gold. Gold, like I said, if we're going with that bullish momentum on the dollar, gold should be selling off. But it's hanging on there, guys. It is hanging on. The thing for me is now we're really starting to have these equal lows here, which are really starting to become a target. So this low of last week is really starting to hold. Had our few little breaks, got back in, traded, got back in, and now again today. I think this is just a matter of time. So does it hold, doesn't it hold? We're just gonna have to see. At this point in time, gold is it's in a very tricky position. I think Chris and myself have mentioned this over and over again. This is just a very messy market to be in with gold at this point in time. So we're just gonna have to see what happens, guys. Play it safe. Gold looking like it really wants to try to come back now. But again, for me, I think we could only even look at something with gold now if we start getting out of the range. In this range, I don't want to be looking at anything. If we go over to Nas definitely trading all the way down. We spoke about this. We actually wanted this to happen before CPI, but it looks like CPI is what gave us that result of trading up the whole day, taking the highs, trading back into the range, failing to test the lows to trade back up, and with CPI coming down, look at that trade all the way down to perfectly test the EQ and then trade back above. So we'll see if that bullish momentum comes in. This is going to definitely be an interesting one. If we can start getting back above the Asia highs, I'd love to look to go long here, as these are basically our all-time highs. So we'll see if we can sweep that. On US 30, same thing, guys. We traded up the whole day, but this one we actually came down for those Asia lows, breaking back up with CPI coming out. We got that test of Asia highs, the weekly resistance, followed by that drop all the way down to the EQ, as we can see that there, and then literally coming to regain it. So once we get back in the Asia lows, I'll look to basically say something like that and just continue that bullish momentum. But market's very messy today with how the CPI news came out. So we're just going to see, let the markets have a little bit of a settle, let the markets open, get that breathing and that flow going, and then we're going to see what we can pick off. Jeff, what are you looking at, my brother?
Okay, from my side, guys, you guys know that we always look at the DXY first. Let me just quickly remove these pivots for a more cleaner screen. Now, you guys would know that we discussed this over here. Now, this is now yesterday's high, but you guys remember from the stream earlier this week, I told you guys this is the sell side liquidity right over here. And we have the supply zone all the way up. And as you can see, price almost tapped it, but nothing as yet. So for that, also the weekly open. Notice how price broke above the open. So also with that said, I am bullish on that. So if we could have some sort of test into this zone over here, the open and trade up, I would really love to see that. Don't ignore the supply zone. Price already mitigated that. So okay, so on that, with that said, only when DXY comes to the supply zone all the way here on top, I will consider some shorts. If you go to the 15-minute chart, you'll see that if we put the pivots on, you'll see the R2, R3, R4, and R5 line up with that supply zone. Now, that's the only thing which is a bit scary over here. But the thing is, we have those levels where we can start seeing some sort of reaction. Let me just give you some context on that real quick. If that is the case, let's say market does something like this, forming higher highs, higher lows. If we can see a change of character with a displacement, then only I would look to go short potentially on the DXY. But to go to Euro USD real quick, let's go to the 50-minute chart. As you guys would know, we were bullish on this. Took some buys yesterday, breaks of structure. The only thing I don't like about the dollar to USD is we have break of structure on the 50-minute chart, but if we go to the 1 hour, there is no valid close above this level. So if we take this high of London liquidity, there was no perfect break of structure at that level, so I don't consider that as a break. However, we did kind of flip in character because we actually broke these lows over here, and seeing that the DXY, we kind of bullish on that now. That would make sense why we would now potentially be short on EU. Very similar on GU as well. Price has flipped character, so what we're going to see is, notice where the R1 is, notice that wick. So if DXY confirms and GU trades up to this level, I'll potentially look for some shorts. And very similar thing over here once again, guys. Notice how the weekly open 2024 open just respected the zone with that pivot there as well. So that's our, so the way I'm seeing it right now, these levels is what's catering for that pullback. Going on gold as well, also shorten it as we can see, price change character here once again, and also left us with a massive displacement. Now this zone over here is our supply zone, and we also have the pivot at that level, which is very perfect. And then USD yen, I wouldn't be looking for anything on USD yen just yet. Also on USD Swiss franc, nothing that I like per se. So I would say for this session, I'll be focusing on Euro USD, GU, and gold. Now the only other thing on EU is we're expecting DXY to still push up, right? Or well, initially we wanted to push down to the weekly open and then push up to that level to confirm. So if EU gives us something like this on the 3-minute chart, now this is going to be a risky position. As you guys can see, I took some buys on CPI over here, went to profit to partials, and then hit a break even. Price came back to sweep this lowest interest demand zone. I think, okay, yesterday I spoke to my members about this weekly open over here and this demand zone. As you can see, price just tapped it when CPI came, got that entry, change of character now. Here we have the S1 and that demand zone. So I want EU to trade up basically. If we go to the 15-minute chart, it will look very similar to GU. Same thing R1, and then we have this supply zone all the way on top near the Asian highs. So that is a perfect place where we could potentially look to go short as well. And very similar, here is that buy side liquidity which we also marked out beginning of the week. So those limits were activated and they are now trapped into the market. So let's wait and see what we can potentially get on EU. But just to give you guys an idea, by half past, if price comes here, I'm actually going to give it the 50-minute shuffle because of CPI. So when price comes back into this level, I might potentially look for some longs on it.
Jave, sorry man, just pull your price tag a little bit to the left.
How's that?
That's fine, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so when EU comes here, I would like them to play around this level until half past. But when they actually come back to this level, tap into this demand zone at the S1, potentially look to go long on this. So I would actually say at the S1 we can look to get into the year, and we will have like a 10 pip stop if that is the case, and we will target that R1 basically. So we'll take TP1 at the pivot over here and TP2 at the second pivot. So if that is the case, we have a nice little 1 to 5 there potentially waiting for us.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah guys, just looking over at DXY, said we want that continuation. So I think with DXY for now, we literally want to see if DXY can hold the R1 as support. We'll basically see that continuation from there. So again, same thing that's going to come in now with gold. Gold basically trying to come back up, but gold we might be able to catch that continuation of the sell down now. So if that starts holding, we want to see gold start testing here, and if we can get in, this is where we want to get that low to get in on flush. So we definitely can still get some on the table here today, guys. We are just reacting purely today, and we'll see what happens there. But definitely gonna be looking for something. DXY doing the work for me now. This is what we want, so I'm happy with what I'm seeing so far. So let's see. I was lucky, wasn't a sell on Nasdaq since earlier. Yeah, are you still holding bars on gold Keegs? No, I'm not, bro. Yeah, you told me you hold from and when this already happened, you think I was still going to be holding, bro? I got that before news came out. Like, there's no need to sit through news. So that's why now it's a little bit of reaction. Maybe we'll pull what those little influencers like to say, milking the markets. We're going to catch it up and we're going to catch it down. So we'll see what happens here. But definitely looking forward, guys. I think we might definitely get that there. But we need DXY to hold. If DXY starts coming back down, I could see gold doing this. But again, very, very short term. Only reason I'd look for those sales is if gold, specifically if DXY holds this, that's that continuation. And the reason being we want that breakout. That's why we want that breakout. So if gold does start doing this because of those equal weak lows and DXY breaking away, we could then see gold have that breakaway, which finally can break these lows and the weekly supply, and we could see that massive plummet. But if DXY isn't confirming what we want to see, then I'm going to be going, I'll just sit out of it. Yeah, I closed at 2040. Oh, beautiful, bro, beautiful. Yeah, I closed a little bit before. I think it was like 2037 or something. I closed somewhere around here. Keys, do you have any do you have any stop loss for indices like you have in gold, or you take it from a different point of view? Sorry for the off topic. Stop loss. What? When you so you mean like when I like trade gold, like I always have a 25 pip stop on gold. Yeah, when I trade indices, I like to have a 30, but depending on how big the move is, I'll use most of the time a 30, but if it's trading like into news or very after news, I might push up to a 40 just because it's so much of a difference. I mean, if you look here, that's already basically your 30 over there, where a 40 is basically nice over there. So it just depends on how volatile the markets are on that day. But yeah, most of the time, yeah, just the very, very same. Put in the market in a stretcher, chop in the market, Keegs. Nice, bro. We take them W's. Yeah, so that's the thing, guys. End of the day, we always talk about it. We actually spoke about it in one of our videos that we were filming, I think yesterday, where you can have a thing where you could win one day and make 6,000 Rand, and tomorrow you win and you only make 2,000 Rand. Don't take away because the previous day you made 3 times as much. You still came out of the markets profitable. You still are growing your account and your capital. So end of the day, I'm already up, I'm happy. But if I can get something again and even take it further, again, no problem with that at all. I'm happy to do that. But never take away, whether it's a quick trade, you in and you out, whether it's a massive trade, just be happy with it. The minute you start getting greedy, we always talk about it in the office, the minute you decide to move your TP, you've just given into greed. AJ, what's your thoughts on that, bro?
No, very true. I actually saw some videos on that based on some, okay, I don't know if they're mentors or whatever, but they seem like they're big guys in the industry, and they talk about this. And one of the things also was, if you sit there and monitor your trades and you watch, and you like intertrade and you go to your 1 minute chart and you watch each candle, you're gonna get very anxious. So for instance, one thing I've also learned was, if you enter, go to a big time frame instead of 1 hour, 4 hour, and zoom out. Because then instead of having a candle form the entire time, you'll have one candle moving very, very slowly, and that will put a lot of ease to your mind as well. So there's a lot of ways. I feel like the psychological part of it, there's many ways we can go about it, because your own you are your own worst enemy, your thoughts. So you should be able to master your thoughts in order not to give in to that greed and FOMO.
Yeah, that's spot on, bro. Jeff, which time frame confirms the session bias for you? Example, an hourly closer, etc.
So what I do is I look at my weekly, and from there on, what I do is I measure out. I look at the long-term trend, price of structure, lower lows, lower highs, higher lows, and so forth. Once I determine the direction on that, I look at where price could potentially pull back into, and that is usually a supply and demand zone. Now, obviously, in the weekly, you have a massive zone. I refine that zone into the 4 hour. Most likely, then you'll have like maybe 2 points of interest. But then obviously, you have a confirmation and you react from those points of interest. The bias is confirmed based on what the higher time frames are doing, and then also on my open sentiment. And then from there on, based on what the 50-minute chart does, because remember, you have internal structure as well, and I just follow the internal structure, seeing how it could lead up to the higher time frame structure, and then from there on, I follow it with the market maker ideology: fake move beginning of session, beginning of day, end of day, and end of session. And yeah, I hope that makes sense. But there's no per se time frame that I can say, oh, the 1 hour confirms it. It's like a puzzle. You have to put it together.
Yeah, I think one of the most difficult things about trade is understand that any trade is completely different from the last one, 100%. I've always spoke about that. It's good to set a target, but in trading, you can never have a set target because that's going to mess with your mind. Because not every day is identical. Not every circumstance is identical. So I can't go and tell myself I want it. I must make a target of $600 by the end of the week. But there might have only been 1 or even 2 good trading days that whole week. Then what happens? You only realize I've only made $200. I'm short $400. What happens? You start taking half-assed entries because you want to get your target, and that's where you start messing up. So trading is a very fluctuating thing, and you've just got to understand that. And I think that's where people that like putting things in boxes and everything must be specifically and planned, that's where they battle with that a bit. Chris has actually spoke about it before, where he had to adapt to it, that there is certain things in the market you can't control. No, that's true. I told my wife to stop me from continuing if I'm going strong. Like the NAS style worked out really well, so I'm done. If you go, you always end up giving the profit back to the market. 100%, Reese. 100%.
I want to ask you something, Keegan.
Yeah, just hold on before you get there. Okay. Sorry, DXY is coming back, guys. So I'm going to be breaking a rule, and that's purely because like market has just opened now. But this next candle, so it will only be a 5-minute change, not a 15-minute shuffle. But if we can break above now, this zone here, I'll be going long on gold. Sorry, but yeah, Jeff?
Rashid now with his wife.
Yeah.
Do you feel like Caitlin sometimes keeps in line with your trading, in the sense of you are reminded as to why you shouldn't be greedy, because you know that you're building for the future, and if you one fuck up now could affect the future?
Yeah, so I'd say it in the sense that she keeps me accountable. Okay. Like for example, it's something stupid. Like if she knows I don't trade late. So if I'm on my monitor, if I'm at home and I'm on my PC and my setup and I'm looking at charts and all this, and I don't have a valid answer for why I'm doing that, like there's some very important news event, I just want to watch the news event, whatever the case is, she'll tell me like straight, like get the fuck off your computer, like walk away. Like leave it alone, because she knows I want to catch on cuck. But at the same time, like that, you have to have that financial decision. I've always said traders, like guys, we are just grown kids. We're just big kids at heart. Because in that sense, you have a very relaxing lifestyle. You never really had to grow up and do that corporate lifestyle. So, like, it's almost like I promise you, I'm like a little kid. If I have a bad trading day or week, I'll go home and go spend money to make myself feel better, to get the endorphins. Like I'll go buy myself a new PlayStation game or something stupid like that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I just lost money. I'm not in the position to spend money. So financial decisions, you'll always be like, listen, well, has this been a good week? Has this been a cuck week? Should you be spending money? Should you be doing this? So yeah, I know 100% she keeps me accountable for everything I do with my trading.
Awesome. That's actually what I want to tell the gents in the chat. Guys, if you guys are single, think about the future. Get yourself a girly. Have purpose instead of... Because I feel like also... when it comes to trading, especially like they say, look at Wolf of Wall Street and things like that, there's also this idea sold to young men like, oh, get money, you have all these girls and whatever the case, but those women aren't going to build a future with you, most likely only using you for your money. And I feel like a lot of guys give into that trap because they think that once I have all this money, like you can get all these girls. Yeah, maybe you can, but think about what Keegan just said, that connection, actually building with someone, that is something very, very different. And for me also, like ever since I got into a relationship, my purpose became more clear. That's the point of
I get what you're saying, bro. Yeah. No, but it is, you are right. It's not like you're talking rubbish here or something. You are on the right side of it. But yeah, guys, so we just want to watch here with gold. If we can get this break above, I will go for it. I know I'll be jumping the gun a bit here, breaking a few rules, but we're living life on the edge. DXY basically giving back in here. NAS equities literally trading up. US30, funny enough, coming back down, but I think that's just to do with market open. I think they'll correct itself afterwards. NAS is continuing, so I'm really hoping if we look at the higher time frames, though, you can see gold trading down, testing Asia lows, coming back up and holding. The 1 hour, same thing, tested. You go over to the 4 hour, but on that 30 minute, that's where you can actually start seeing the momentum change. That massive bearish candle, and then literally this nice doji candle showing you that the buyers are starting to come to the market again. So that's what we want to be watching out for now. But on the 15. Yeah, if we can get a nice closure, guys, I just hope she doesn't run away from us, but that is what we will be looking at. So let's just see what happens. All right.
Angelia, these charts make it so hard to understand. Is there a way to understand it better? Angelia, message me on Instagram. I'll send you a video to understand structure. I'll send you a video. I'll drop my handle for you in the chat. You can just search on Instagram, and then I will forward it to you on Telegram.
Oh, Chad. And then it runs away from us. This flippin' thing. So the thing is, I didn't jump in on that one straight away because this was fully extended, guys. So just to give you an idea, you had the idea there. If you maybe were ballsy and you entered when I was telling you to enter over here, like you are smiling. But for me, that was fully extended. So what I would have liked to have seen there is a bottom wick, at least test. Once it's tested and flipped bullish, I would have entered. But as you can see, there's literally not even a bottom wick. The minute this thing opened, it just went. So idea was there, but we couldn't catch that one. But it's like I say, guys, this is a very cuck trading conditions on gold. So honestly, let's just see if we get there. If we get the break to the top side, same thing as I was saying about the sells. If we can get a break above these, what I'd really like to see is we get a break, retest, and we hold this R1, and then break it again. That's when I want to enter. We can get a continuation. Same as the sells, we want that breakaway. So we'll see how markets move. We might still get that entry, guys, because same thing with dollar. This month, what happened, we were talking about, you can trade up, trade down now, but if this also same thing takes the lows, dollar can melt. So you might still get a trending day like we were talking about, but let's just be patient and see ya. That's a trick when I struggle, but in the sense that if I'm not profitable, I feel broke as fuck, and I only start to feel good spending money. Even the necessary things when I'm up to, I have to work on it. Bro, I swear we've all been there. We've all been there. Having a girlfriend or partner helps a lot with trading responsibility. Guys, I don't want to go too much. I mean, if you guys enjoy talking about psychology and mentality, we can always talk about that. But even myself, something I just realized was I was always out. I was always out and about. I was doing this, I was doing that. But having a girlfriend that knew how badly I wanted something, she kept me accountable. And that's what I said. Like, I'm always happy to say it. I'll call myself a boy's boy, but I'm also like a little nerd every time. I love my games. I love that type of stuff. So I'll get the missus some flipping takeaway or chocolate or whatever she wants. She can sit and watch a series, and I'll game with my boys all night. But at the end of the day, that's keeping me accountable. I'm not out spending stupid money. I'm not doing things unnecessary. And when I want to sit down, and a lot of the guys I play with are actually all traders. So even while we're jamming games, we'll sit and talk about stuff and talk, and then we'll say something like, "Oh crap, like that's interesting. Let's jump on a Zoom meeting maybe tomorrow morning and like show that to me what you're talking about." And you move on. So like there's really that thing of how it helps you develop as a trader when you start getting your mindset right. Pervy, I got you on WhatsApp and Insta. US30 more cuck. Not waiting for the 15-minute shuffle after market open anymore. No, we were going to, but I said to the guys, if you go back a bit, I said I was going to break my rules and do it, purely just because of news and how we're having the turnaround. I wanted to get that entry, but it's not a case for all the time. That was just, I literally said it would be me breaking my rules now. Which song is this? I'll tell you now quickly. Okay, this playlist doesn't show me what the song is, brother, so I can't tell you, my man. Hell yeah, I love games too. PUBG for the win. Yeah, I'm more COD, FIFA, my Need for Speed, Assassin's Creed, all that stuff. But all the stuff with like my games, I'm with the boys, is like the crew, Gran Turismo, FIFA, Call of Duty. Yeah, those are my things where I grind out with the boys. Bitcoin hit 48,200. ETF doing the most. Pro clubs, not really, bro. Not really. Jeff, what's your thing, like your downtime? Like, okay, I know this man, guys. I'm not even. Before he's gonna lie to you. This man eats, sleeps, breathes the markets. I actually said to this how many times. I think we were talking about. Was this Kate or Chris? I think it might have been both of them. We were talking about, so like literally the other day, we were talking about how like you have a time where you cut off trading. This man's trading like 11:30 at night. The man was trading on Christmas. Like this man, he eats, breathes, sleeps and stuff. But when you are relaxing and you're not on the charts, what are you doing, bro?
Oh, really easy actually. We look for good movies, Mikael and I. Mostly comedy. We don't really like horror movies anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm gonna sound like a little bitch now when I say this, but I've been getting nightmares after watching all the movies. So yeah, I watch movies with her. If it's like a case where we don't want to watch anything, I'll usually get myself a cigar, like you said now as well. Get the ladies something to enjoy yourself with. Just enjoy a cigar. Like watch documentaries, read up. I always look into cryptocurrency, creating your own, just codes. In my downtime, let me put it this way: in my downtime, I always try and explore all the questions I have and things I got about life. I always try and look deeper into those type of things. So yeah, it's just it's no rest.
Jeff, will you ever do a synthetic index stream? I think what Jeff could do. So guys, I don't mean this in a rude way. This isn't the platform for it. What we're building the streams on here is not for synthetics.
Yeah, and also
but Jeff you do have your own one. So maybe in the future, if that was something you were gonna do, you can start that on your stream.
Yeah, the thing with synthetics also is, and I agree with Keegan there. So there was a Vault Markets was supposed to launch synthetic indices by the Riv. Now the Riv, I know that there's only 2 brokers worldwide with synthetic indices. That is the Riv and Quacall Markets. Quacall Markets is a scam because they're Nigerians. And no offense to Nigerians, but they're a scam. I've deposited there. I've made $50 deposits. I've made $50 deposits there, and I've never received my withdrawals. And I've traded Dump Index, Moon Index, Swift. So I never received my payouts there. But the thing is, because Vault alone doesn't provide synthetics, we can't do that. But if that option has to open in the future, for instance, and we can trade synthetics on the Vault Market server, then I don't believe it will be a problem then. But until then, also the synthetics, okay, you guys are not traumatized enough if I must talk about that.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you, Jeff. As we were saying, guys, this is why we wait for those confirmations. Because if we do see on the dollar started to hold that daily pivot to trade back up. So again, this can be that push for dollar to break those highs. If it goes back up, and same with gold take these lows, we can look at those sells. So I know we keep going back and forth, but keep in mind what I said about the news and where we look at the markets. Today will be a day, it's all about reaction.
Can I just say, guys, Caitlin and Keys. Caitlin and Keys, they inspire me so much, man. They're like a real power couple, man. Wow.
I appreciate
it's always so cool, man, to see how hard she is on you, and obviously and obviously
always give me a hard time.
but also with that said, also just you as a person, it's hard to explain it. I guess if the guys had to see it in person, they would understand what I mean by that. It's really, I've said it so many times, it's so cool to be surrounded by like-minded people and people who you can actually learn from.
Yeah. What time does the live start every day? Bro, so there's 2 lives, Jason. We do the opening bell, which is for the London session. So that is 9:30 till about 12, 12:30, depends if we're in trades or not. We might even run till 1 o'clock some days. Then the New York session, we start at 4 o'clock. And we normally finish by 5:30, but same thing. If we're in a trade, we'll normally even push it to about 6 or so sometimes. And then every Friday, we also have a podcast that goes live at 3 or 2 to 3. Or is it 2? I can't even remember right now.
I think isn't it 1? Or 1:30? But
1:30. I think it's 1:30 to 2:30, because then that gives us time after stream and time before. That's the time. But yeah, that's about that. Then moving forward, please check. Welcome, bro. If Bitcoin hits 50k, I'm getting an M3 car culture. Then you're coming down, bro, and you're taking us for a ride. We're gonna go do some donuts in that M3. What actually moves them?
What actually moves the okay?
Well, I was gonna say he's the same person also synthetic. So I guess he's talking about that.
The Riv is the market maker. The Riv has a shitload of liquidity. So, okay, let me give you some perspective on how much money the Riv has only trading the synthetic markets. In 2021, the Riv made $21.8 billion profit just from the synthetics, and they paid out $232 million. So 21 billion compared to 200 million, they made like 20 billion clean. So like they have a massive market for it. That means they have all the people putting in the orders. They manipulate the market in that sense. So it's not driven by fundamentals and things like that. It's driven by their technology. And because they have so much money, they actually have a team of people who have coded the other synthetics, and it's all based on their private liquidity pool. And this is why you won't see any other broker with synthetic indices, basically.
Yeah, guys, that I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I know there's a lot of guys that trade money. There's a lot of good guys out there that trade it. Cheers, my brother. I know my boy Kyle. He's been on the stream here a few times with us. Kyle trades synthetics, and he's very, very good at it. But let's just say it's not that it's a bad thing. I just think it is a very, and Jeff, you correct me if I'm wrong, but in my opinion, synthetics is a flippin' rabbit hole. Once you go down that route, it is a very long route to go.
Yeah, because then you're going to start looking for V75 strategy, crash and boom strategy, range. It's same concept. It's just also how they move that market. If you guys have any okay, culture, I don't agree with synthetics is gambling, because it's the same thing with structure. It's just the structure moves differently, they move quicker, and they move much more pips. So a 0.01 lot size in Forex compared to V75, for instance, the smallest lot size you can trade on V75 is 0.001. And plus, if market moves just a few pips on the 1 minute chart, you'll make like $20. It's more volatile than NASDAQ, gold, any other CFD you can think of. That's why like people lose money there, because they don't understand how the risk management works and how to actually count the pips there. Because your pips is, bro, I've seen pairs they move like 6,000 pips within a month. I've seen a pair, for instance, on range break move 1,500 pips within a minute. So like it's crazy there. But the thing is, if you're on the right side of the market and you form a relationship with them, you can definitely make some good money. I mean, I've taken like 600 rand to 112,000 in 1 month there, and just that is, yeah.
Yeah, just to add to that, developer, we are trading. I'm literally waiting for a break. If we get a break below gold, I will look to go short on it. We're going to see everything playing out now. NAS, the equities are all selling off. DXY, we've set the alert. We just want to see that flash. So we want to basically catch that flash in the volume when it comes in here. So we are just waiting for that. So don't worry, we are definitely going to still try to get a trade in here today. Be careful of high volatility. Yeah, no, of course, bro. I went short on NAS. Oh, wife is furious.
To that other guy who asked now, so they can manipulate your orders. Yes, they can. For instance, if you trade range break and crash and boom, if you have a stop loss, price will go through your stop loss. So if you, like, it comes to experience. So if you trade that, you must already implement your risk management, knowing that price will go through your stop loss. So if you want to trade one lot, you must go in with 0.80 lots, for instance, because you have to accommodate that loss if your stop is hit. But then the other thing is, if that depending on how many pips it moves through your stop loss, that amount of pips will be a loss. So even if you think it will be $2, if it moves 100 pips, it will be $10. So it's just one of those things. And I was full time on the VIX space until they banned me. Then I had to come back to Forex.
Alright guys, you can see there, just so it's nice and clear, we all understand each other. I'm just waiting on a break below here. Once we get that, I will start looking for that sell. Jev, are you looking at anything?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for EU and GU and gold, but I don't like what DXY is doing.
Okay, well, I'll leave it on my screen just so that you can see the chat. I just can go pee quickly, bro, so you can just answer if they have any questions there for you.
Okay, awesome. They banned me because it got to the point where I stopped making deposits and I only made withdrawals. So let me give you some perspective on that, Rush. Let's say it's Monday, I deposit $10. By Friday, my account's on $600. By next week Friday, my account's on $1,300. Then I withdraw that 30K. Then I leave $10 in. I do the same thing each week. So in percentage terms, I used to do like 1,000% within like a week, 2 weeks. And one day I woke up and wanted to withdraw my money. I would never forget it. It happened in April last year. I still flipped $10 to 1,000 $300 and I had money in my wallet as well. So in total, there was 32K in my wallet. So I was getting ready to withdraw the next morning. Next morning, because also I was there so long, I knew what time to withdraw to get my money the same day. So I waited for the timing, place my withdrawal. Go to my, I go into my dashboard, go to my cashier. Now I see the buttons: transfer, deposit, withdrawal. I want to click on the withdrawal button. The withdrawal button is disabled. I contact support. They tell me that they're gonna fix it. They fix the withdrawal button. I click on the withdrawal button. Now I go to my payment method, which is Ozo, or no, before that was ZingPay. So they remove ZingPay, and I tell them that they remove that. So then I try Ozo. They remove Ozo as well. Then they tell me in order to get my money, I must deposit money first using a different gateway. Then I'll be able to get my money. And I was like, okay, you know what, nah, leave it. Just keep the money. And at some point, that obviously it's like you tell them keep the money, but you want your money back. So then eventually got to the point where it's meetings, we're fighting about the money. They're trying to explain, oh, this and this and this. And one day they're like, okay, you know what? You banned, and I couldn't open my account. So even now, if I try and log in, I can't log in. I can't also open an account with my current email. Keenan, because the Riv is the market maker, the same concept applies there every single day, 7 days a week. Johan Niemann, are you talking about the Trinique? Is that the guy you showed me yesterday, ne?
Who's this? Who asked you?
Johan.
Johan. Why can't I see Johan?
Way at the bottom.
There, Johan Niemann. You guys should get Trinique Low on the stream. He trades. Yeah.
Johan, I'll be honest with you, ne? At Boyki, he's a scammer, that one.
Yeah, guys, we said I'm not going down that route with people. I don't know much about the guy. He did catch our attention the other day.
But no comment.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay, Jeff, do you have more videos on synthetic indices? You can go to my YouTube channel, just type Jeff and Pharaoh. I have quite a few videos there on my YouTube channel, and everything I teach, guys, it's on crypto, CFDs, Forex, synthetics, anything that moves, you can trade my method on. I am so confident in my method, you can also use it to predict the weather.
Yes, guys, these markets, oh my word. But this I'm sorry, this is like typical, what's the name? Start of the year. Everything's trying to just set itself up, so guys, this is example. So me, if you guys know, I'm a very, very fundamental trader. Now, the problem is with this, I always say to you guys, yes, there is your technical analysis side to the charts, but fundamentals bring the volume and volatility to the charts. So that's where you have the mix of them. So that fundamentals isn't a gambling. Fundamentals mixed with your technicals, you should be in a direction, and the fundamentals is what's going to boost your trade in that direction. Now where you've got things like, for example, something stupid, okay? NFP, CPI, PPI, GDP. They all work hand in hand. But now for the first one of the year, NFP has to be the first Friday, okay? PPI is the next Friday. But PPI statistically is meant to come out before CPI. But now if you see CPI came out today, PPI comes out tomorrow. So that first month, we haven't had the GDP release yet. We haven't had any of those. So it really is, the markets are kind of, I always say, from a fundamental side, January, the markets are stuffed because they just need to get the info out for Jan. And then from February, everything goes back into its routine and sets out. Because now they know what happened in Jan. They can adapt for the rest of the year moving forward, obviously depending on what government feds have as goals, what the sites are for, what are they zoning in on, and they can move forward with that. So January is always a bit stuffed up like this because of that reason. All good if he's a scammer. I hope he gets exposed. If not, I hope you guys get him on stream. Like I said, guys, I'm not saying, like I said, honestly, I don't even know about this man. Like, I really didn't. We just started talking about him the other day. He popped up on my side of things and in my eyesight.
Can I give my opinion on him?
Yeah, you can afterwards. And then it's just, it was just a case of things went back and forth. I looked at a few things. There's a few things he does very funny. But again, I don't know. I haven't had a spoke to him. I don't know what strategy he trades. I don't know how he does things. I don't know if he's funded, if it's private trading. I don't know, like, I don't know anything about him as a trader. But there is a big thing of calling yourself a self-made millionaire coming from money. That is one thing I'm just not sure about yet. So yeah, that's the only thing. But like I said, I'm not going to bash people. I'm not about that right now. At the end of the day, I honestly don't know anything about this guy to have an opinion on him right now.
Yeah, we've agreed not to beef with anyone this year, and for many reasons, because we have to focus on ourselves, obviously. But my thing with him is, I find it as I see a very big red flag if you don't promote a robot.
So just keep in mind, guys, Jev, you've, I think, bumped heads with him. So Jev, I think, knows more. Like I said, I can't actually give you guys. We've always said, trust me, if myself, Chris, and of us, if we came to you guys, we will back it up because we made sure we've done our homework.
So
we've done our homework, we've got our stats. I personally, we don't know anything about this guy, so I can't talk about an opinion if I don't know anything about the man. But Jev, I think, has bumped heads with him.
Yeah, from my side, so obviously, you know, when you're on TikTok, sometimes there's a section for lives. So if you just scroll, you'll see random people's lives. So one day, one of my friends were live, and I accidentally went off the live, and this guy was talking about trading. And what I didn't like about him was the fact that he's promoting a robot. And the people asking him questions in the chat really was asking him valid questions, but his answers is no, buy the robot. No, buy the robot. It's like he's purely trying to sell you something instead of actually giving you education, and that's my thing. And this is what I have. This is my problem with all the influencers in the industry. If you make so much money, I mean, think about it this way, né? That's just my opinion once again. I'm not a millionaire. I don't drive a R8. I don't drive all these fancy cars, ever the case. But I still provide free education. I still provide something for the community. Even these guys can't provide anything free for you guys. Not even a YouTube channel. And to me, that is a red flag, because if you truly want to help people, yes, you sell a service, but you will also provide something for free to actually help those who cannot afford your service, and hopefully empower them so that they can eventually have that help them, have them make profit, and then should come to you for proper education.
Yeah. Sorry, car culture. We're talking about Tariq. I think it is his name. I don't even know what the hell his name. Tariq Lowe or something. But yeah, guys. I mean, just like you said, we're not about that now anymore. But for yourselves, do your research yourselves. We think if it is the right guy, Rydell actually did a thing on him. So if Rydell even picked up on him, Rydell does the work of the people. So go check out Rydell's YouTube, guys. I'm sure that you'll be able to also get some answers on him. End of the day, if the man's legit, Rydell will be able to give you that answer. So yeah, go check out Rydell's YouTube. I'm sure he would have an answer for you guys. He does his work, so if he can come to you and say, okay, the man's a scammer, I won't even argue that. Then 100% he is. But if he comes back and says, you know what, I thought he was, he looks like all these other twats trying to flash money, but when I actually investigate into him, he's a solid trader, blah, 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 then I'll take his word for it. So yeah, just go check over Rydell's YouTube channel, guys. He has done a thing on Tariq. I don't know him. I understand his salesman might be reason for his money. The robot, I appreciate the honesty from both of you. No problem, Johan. Dean, what's up, my brother? A Safa in Russia, watching you guys. Top stream. Keep up the great work. Really appreciate it, bro. Isn't it cold in Russia at the moment? Aren't you guys in winter or something? It does snow in Russia, right? That might sound dumb now, but I'm pretty sure it snows there. Majority of influencer traders legit mainly make money from services, affiliates, or views, not actual trading. That I do agree with that. But yeah,
And also, not just from that, some of them even receive retainers, and these retainers are like you get upfront money, whatever the case. And I've also had people offer me that. But you see, also a retainer is something that's where you now become bound to whatever the case. For instance, I've had, okay, I won't mention the name on here. I've had them offer me a retainer last week, and I told them that I'm with Volt and this is the case. What do you guys do for the people? And they don't do anything for the people. And that already, they just when I asked them that, they didn't even get back to me on that, because they know that they purely want that volume to come in. They don't care if people make money or not, because to them they put money before people.
yeah. Well, there you guys have it. Ronald only tested his bot. Okay, mate. I'm in Siberia. It's been a while since October. Damn. Jeff, what time is best time to withdraw from Deriv?
Anytime before 9 a.m. Just no, I'm wrong.
9 a.m.
No, 8 a.m. Because you want to have your withdrawal placed before 8 a.m. so that your withdrawal can be processed before 11. If your withdrawal is processed after 11, you only get your money the next day. And also, don't withdraw on Saturdays and Sundays. Otherwise, you wait 7 days for your money, because it's like when you withdraw on a weekend, your money is put like not priority. So I would say if you make money over the weekend, withdraw Monday morning. Like even like I would say withdraw between 3 a.m. and 8 a.m. in the morning, and you get your money the same day. And if you Capitec, you'll get it at 6, FNB at 11, Nedbank, ABSA, 2 o'clock the next morning. So I would say on the same day, withdraw to Capitec account.
Alright. Roosh, something I always wonder, these guys are showing 50k, 60k per day. If I'm making that amount, I'm not worried about your 300 per month signals. Lol, Roosh, you hit the nail on the head. That is what we've always said to you guys. If a man is making 3 million rand a month, I don't need you to pay me 500 rand for a signal subscription every month. Like, I don't need that, because end of the day, even if I'm making 50,000 off that, if I'm making 3 mil a month, 50,000 is irrelevant to me. So, yeah, you hit the nail on the head with that one. Johan, Keegs, you spoke about the pivot yesterday, but what is the Q? Oh, you mean the EQ? Other way around. You keep mentioning, so if you have to repeat yourself, but didn't catch the part. No, bro, 100%. We are chilling now. We literally are waiting for Marcus to give us something. So the EQ is this purple line over here. So very, very simple terms. The EQ is 50% of the previous daily range. All right. So if you, I always said to you guys, if you go do this, if you go take this and I go bang, and I did that. Obviously now if I had to change time frames, but that is 20:33:7. So if I go here, 20:34:1. So a little bit, I was like a little bit off. So obviously maybe the wick was different, but yeah, it's literally just 50% of the previous day range. So yeah, that's literally as simple as it gets. So you always talk about, if we look on a daily, you'll see it. You always have your, obviously you got your candle body and you got your wick. So not necessarily the body, but the wick of a candle could be what fulfills 50% of the previous daily candle. So for example, let's just see something. If this was your trade, yeah, you broke up 50% of the candle. So let's just say tomorrow obviously opens there. It traded up the whole day, no bottom wick. Now it comes back down, gets that EQ and it trades down. Now that candle, because it's down, the EQ's over here, trades down, turns around, goes for the EQ, same thing, and it always just continues. And that's where you'll see the EQs will start moving. So if you look here, you'll see how the trades always go and work out to trade, get that 50%. So even there, that one just missed it a little bit, but you can look back almost every day. I think it's something like an 87% hit rate, that the trade somewhere in the day will always go and trade to the EQ. So there you can see we traded up to the EQ. We opened at the EQ, traded back to it. This day we opened, traded away from the EQ straight away. The next day traded, look at the EQ perfectly, tested the whole time. Today basically traded, broke the EQ, broke below the EQ, tested the EQ, traded down. Today traded, got above the EQ. That's also, you can see how perfectly it holds the whole time. Tests the EQ, trades back above. Same thing, yeah, breaking below, tests with the closures, and there we go. So yeah, it's just something I use all the time. That it gives you a good idea of direction, especially with NAS, the indices I always talk to you guys about. Like you can see with news when that came out, traded here. I told you biggest thing I had about NAS was that the EQ and the pivot were down here and they're untested. So when news came out, bang, and right down, test that EQ. Same with US 30. There you go, you can see it. So it's just a nice idea to understand that the markets are going to trade towards the EQ.
EU is in our buy zone, but the only thing is the DXY is not at a sell zone. So unfortunately guys, I won't be telling you guys to enter a trade if I'm not fully confident in it.
Sasha and hey Jeff, what is the name of your YouTube channel? I tried searching for it with no luck.
Just search Jeff and Fado. Just search Jeff and Fado. Or actually, let me see if I can't maybe grab a link and I'll drop it in the chat for you guys.
Yeah guys, but there we can see I think DXY going upward. Yeah, DXY going for those highs now, so that's why NAS and US 30 we're going crazy there. We want to see that drop off in gold, so let's just be patient. Yeah, let's see if we can get that break below, guys. That's all we are waiting for. Yeah, let's see if we can get it.
Okay guys, there's the link in the chat for my YouTube channel. Also guys, in regards to the video for the market structure, I'm getting a lot of messages right now in regards to the video, so I'm rather going to upload it to my YouTube channel and you guys can watch it there, so it will also be there for the future and you guys can just go check it out. So I'll upload it as soon as I get home tonight, so say about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock it should be up. Just also check my story on Instagram and you'll see when I've uploaded it. And then Jeff, how's your investment doing on Ripple doing? It's doing good, my man. Have you seen what Ripple did today? Ripple's making new highs, so I am definitely smiling. I'm waiting for that $10,000 level.
Wow, NASDAQ is making bank. Wife ain't furious anymore. Yeah, let's just see, guys. I'm waiting for this gold. I just want to get out of this range. Same thing with dollar. If we can break out this range, I really think we can see a nice move. Dow and NAS doing the most. Yeah, they are going for it. So let's just see, guys. DXY just needs to break this R1 or R2, I think it actually is, and gold just needs to break these lows. I think it is our lows for the day, if I'm correct. Yeah, lows for the day. We break that, hopefully we can see that momentum come. The lows of last week, I can tell you now, low after they're very weak after being tested this amount of times. Their weekly supply has been tested, so already we do know we can break down here. First target 2020, and then I'd probably say 2010, 2006 after that. So this can be a nice trade. That's why I'll risk a little bit of my profits from today on this one. But only if we get this break, guys. I need this to break, and I need to see that DXY's break in. If DXY starts rejecting and gold, it's a fake out. I'm not going to go for it. I want to break the range. Can you please do a vid on synthetics as well on your channel, Jeff? He said he has done one.
Yeah, there should be videos on there on it, but if there isn't, I will maybe drop something over the weekend. I must just find a synthetic and I must just find an account I can use because I'm banned, remember?
Yeah, I'm trying to be quick here for you to give you a TP. Honestly, I'd go for the weekly pivot. Like, honestly, so I'd just watch these lows here, 16, 680. Then I'd watch the lows over there. I'd aim for the weekly pivot. It's just, obviously, I'm watching gold now. Don't want to miss this if we get the break here, guys. DXY is going for those highs. So we want to see this break now. That's all we want now, guys. Come on, gold. Keys long term TP for NAS of it bleeds. Yeah, bro, just let me see if I get this entry. We're looking where this 5-minute closes, and then I'll check it out for you, okay? Let's see. We need DXY to break that. DXY needs to break. Come on. Come on, give us something. Give us something. Yeah, is it really holding it? Come on, break the lows, break the lows. That's all we're waiting for here, guys. Literally just waiting for these lows to go. There we go. DXY starting to do. Equities are continuing as well. So come on, gold. Break for us. On the 50. What's this 15 candle looking like? Yeah. Still looking very good on the higher time frames. The 30 looking good. 4 hours looking good. Everything else looking good, so yeah, we just need this to carry on, yeah. I know DXY still is okay. Come on. Just break the range. Everything else is falling, guys, so DXY is going. We're just waiting here. 80 is bearish. We've got the momentum. Dollar outlook for the rest of the day is stronger. Yada and there it wants to start flipping rejecting DXY. We need DXY to break it. That's what we're just waiting for, guys. DXY, I think it's fighting there. You can see it obviously has tested it, but it needs to break that. NAS US30 is gone. NAS trying to hold on. What is that? The S1. Do highly favor gold sales as well. Keeks has been retesting the bearish breaker. Check the candle on the daily. Thursday, 30th of November 2020. Extending a rectangle box to the current price. Yeah, I'll do that now, bro. Like I said, DXY, we just need DXY to break. Once DXY breaks, that's that confirmation for us. They're trying their best to hold gold. Yeah. I think it's because, like we said, if gold breaks this, it's going. So this is becoming that like last defense for gold. But when you look at the higher time frames, you can't argue it. The higher time frames, gold's done its consolidation over here, breaking away now. It's it can't fight it anymore. DXY, there we go. DXY is taking it. If DXY gets that closure there, guys, this is on the money for us. Then I am styling. I'm happy with this. Oh. Where will you place your stop loss? I might go with 30 purely because this is very volatile. So once I enter, it'll be a 30 pip stop. Come on, there goes DXY. We just want this closure. I'm just watching DXY. It needs to close there for us. Come on. DXY is. And I am in, guys. I've taken a sell. Where was my entry? Alright. I'm literally just going 0.5%, guys. I don't want to take away too much of my profits from today. So 0.5%. We'll see what can we get from this trade. What can we get? DXY has got it, so come on, gold. That also was the 50-minute closure, so I'm okay with this for now. We just want to see that 50-minute top wick form. And now this is what we are looking at. So yeah, we are literally sitting at a break even. Let's see if we can get that pump. Yeah, that candle on DXY was beautiful. That's all we needed. That 50-minute break above there. We know gold's been hard, so I'm not too, like I said, this is a 0.5%, but let's hope we can still take something away from it. Oh, Jeff, you're not eating anything, eh?
Not as yet.
If this thing comes back, guys, I'm done. I'm not trading gold or anything while it's in this range. Till we literally break 2024 and all this stuff, I'm done then. I'm not wasting my time. What is Nas and them doing? Ooh, Nas looking to hold the S1. That we don't like. That we don't like. Come on, DXY. What you doing? That's the only thing about these like consolidating markets, eh? Yes, they are so shit. Come on. What is DXY targets? What do you mean DXY's targets? Just with DXY, for example, we want to see it taking. So DXY already approaching that 200 EMA, but DXY I think we go for 102.887, that weekly resistance. You've still got this gap fill up here. Well, it was actually fulfilled over there, so that's fine. But yeah, I'd say weekly resistance would be a very nice target for DXY straight away. So that is something you could look at. Hey, come on, gold. And there it wants to jump right back up. Yeah, gold is just really playing hard to get here. Just this thing is just jumping. Oh my word. Yeah. Look at this thing go, yeah, guys. This thing's bringing the pain, yeah. But that's joys of trading a ranged market, eh? The joys. What is DXY doing? Oh, DXY is rejecting the R2, that's why. So I think we should see NAS and we should see US30. Thing is, NAS rejecting off the EQ now. So maybe we can get some. Maybe we get lucky, guys. Maybe we get lucky. We did still close below the daily pivot. Hey, there we go. And that is that. Yes, let's check a gold go. Yeah, that 50-minute candle on DXY is mad, bro. What's on DXY? Yeah, bro. DXY is literally all over the place now. 80, everything going our way. Taking the lows, taking the highs, flushing the lows of the day, everything. Yeah, no, I'm fine with it. Just got clapped by gold. Yeah, I know, bro. So that's the thing. I'm happy with it. I'll take it on the chin. Got my wins for the day, so just took a little bit of money. Someone did say, "Is what happens when you keep trading, you'll give back some of your profits." But again, ticked all the boxes, so I have nothing wrong with it. Trading under the EMAs crossed over higher time frame confirmation, taking the lows, 80 pointing bearish. I'm happy with it. But you know what? It's one of those things. So we'll just see what happens. Lovely start to the challenge. I'm done today. Yo, guys, you guys had a rough one today. Nas holding that EQ though. Yeah, we got Big Daddy Bull coming to sit in here. I call it FX tax. Yeah, no, that's it. I'm not going to look at anything else though. That is just messy, guys. That's messy price action now.
No.
Oh, there you go.
Shadadonia, how's everyone doing? Just quick one on CPI. Here's the thing that we need to realize is that the dot plot last year showing 4 potential rate cuts. And remember, the market got a little bit ahead of itself, already pricing in almost 5 rate cuts, 0.25 basis points. And remember, just before that Fed meeting, the expectation was that the first rate cut is going to come in at May, middle of the year this year. Then after the Fed meeting, the first rate cut was expected in March. So I think that that 3-month little bit of cycling between the two, where they were expecting first to start cutting in May, and then the market getting ahead of itself, expecting a cut in March. I think there's just a little bit of repricing going on with the Fed futures. But as mentioned, overall, the outlook for the dollar is still relatively soft going into this first 2 quarters of the year. The only way that we can really fundamentally shift our bias on the dollar is that if the Fed comes out at the next FOMC meeting and they say, listen, yeah, inflation came out a little bit hot and we are expecting to hold rates for longer. Remember that rhetoric they used last year, higher for longer. As soon as they paused, they just kept on saying, listen, yeah, we're not going to start cutting. But that last one, they said they're ready to start the cut. So keep that in mind. Don't get lost in the sauce with a day like today, CPI. Remember, we looked at the last CPI from December, and it was very similar. One way, popped back up, the other way ended up being in a range for the rest of the day. So let the market play out. Don't beat yourself over one day. I haven't taken anything. I was looking at potential euro shorts. Only thing is the price was almost 11 pips away from the weekly and daily pivots. I stayed out, and I thought I'd just let you guys know my thoughts on the dollar.
Yeah, well, there you go, guys. You heard it from the man himself. Definitely been a crazy one today.
Did you ever take any trades?
No.
Nah, just CPI.
Oh yeah, and did you move your what?
Partials and break even.
what did I say before? Yeah. Here's the thing, Chad. Javis has caught many a knife very well. I think the one day I was sitting in the office and he caught something like 60 pips on UJ. I'll never forget it. And I told him, Jeff, I said, lock it in. And he's like, no. This thing is going to run. At least he took partials now. But here's the thing, 60 pips on a platter. 2 minutes, was it even 2 minutes worth of work? Some of us work 2 weeks for 60 pips. You did it in 2 minutes, so take it and come back again.
That's it. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. Markets are chalked for the rest of the day. Jeff, you looking at anything, brother?
No, with the DXY, I would like to see them actually sweep the high one more time and give me a change of character. But looking at the timing, there's no way I can get a sit up now within the session or within the stream.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's perfect. But yeah, guys, I think we are going to call it then for the day. There's nothing else we're going to be looking for.
Yeah, and I kind of have an emergency.
Oh.
Kind of.
But yeah, guys, really always appreciate you guys coming in for this one. It's been good, guys. So really appreciate all of you guys. Hope you guys didn't do anything silly on this CPI day. But you know, we come back, we move, guys. For those of you that got hurt by this trade, as Jaden was like, he got clapped. If your emotions are getting hurt with that trade, drop your lot size. You shouldn't have emotions, and if there is, it's probably because you're risking more than you should be. Just think about that one. So, other than that, guys, I think it's been a good one. Yeah, 1%, guys. It wasn't even 1% for me, so that's why I say, like, really, guys, don't stress your heads over it. It is another one coming in. Markets are all over the place. We always talk about your good losses and your bad losses, and that for me was a good loss. I will take it on the chin. But other than that, guys, Jeff, any final words?
Can I quickly say something before we leave the chat?
Yeah, what's up?
If you have an account, right? Let's not say you didn't have a massive account. If you lose a certain amount of money and you're unhappy with your account balance afterwards, you are not ready for that risk appetite. It must get to a point, if you hit a stop, it mustn't even affect you emotionally. It must get to the point, I always tell people this, even if you take a 100% inaccurate signal, it shouldn't blow your account. That's how good your risk management should be. But yeah, other than that, good session, guys. Love you guys so much.
Nah, spot on. And Vince, don't worry, bro. I'm not trying any burgers now. No revenge Mac burgers. I'm going home now, and I've got to get ready for gym and stuff. We'll go work it off in the gym. But other than that, guys, hope you had a good one. Keep in mind, be here tomorrow for opening bell. We've been doing the giveaways in the morning session. It's just the biggest stream. I think maybe tomorrow we'll actually, because it's a Friday, we'll maybe even do one York stream as well. But we also got podcast tomorrow, so I'm sure maybe we do one of the account giveaways in the podcast. So make sure to stream in for all of them, guys, for that chance to win a funded account. But other than that, it is B and J with myself. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace and love, guys.
Awesome, guys.